some. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Go that, 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 go that.
They even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. Only jumped in the front seat to play with the speakers. Let them mic blast, stretch my bands. Plus when I stop at my customized vans. Plus like brush like plus I got them up. Plus size Panamera truck. I hop out the roof. Yeah, dime on my left wrist and she got the flu. Yeah, watch look like Chex Mix is post up be blue. She know it's 2 seats, so she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad face. Your chain is a neck.
Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, necklace go that, sis go that, this don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me.
I had to hit my designer for sneaks. Double dip mine in the bleach. I'm blocking for sure. I'm popping down Miami Beach. Pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the office shit. Bitch at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I'm with a Tesla, but it ain't no charge of that. I call up Cohen, Brianna, been parking the top P box seats. I'm watching Archer, they cop like stop right next to my block at Trust Fund. Beat, I might drop that hips on the stallion and Doja her top half. 2300 on the horse and I'm Mike. Switching out the character, the strippers like Tigers. Legends on 3, 2, 1. You tried it. You say you love me like you.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis.
And tonight we start week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Lions of Buenos Aires taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
That's a first down try of the game, and clearly something was wrong in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Looking to throw. Patton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On the play there, now it'll be third down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On third down, they're going to run for it here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss result time.
So, Charles, they get to into their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ric Flair.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. He's got it to the 43 here.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd down at 7.
On the end around, here comes Williams. Spins past him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 1st down, it's gone. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. There's a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, Adam dropped it. That is an enforced error there, and
takes away what could have been a touchdown. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Williams loses the football. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Breaks through the contact. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll change things up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Patton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now 3rd down and 7. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On the ground, this is Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and long. It's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and 1 and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Going deep downfield for Ross.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Keep it going. Take it to him.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Time to put some points on the scoreboard. Take it to him. Hey there, fellas. Run that ball down the field.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Patton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Patton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. for this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
And this pass broken up. Contact long time there. And now 3rd down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to take over. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
We're good.
Play action. It's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Williams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle. The 43-yard line.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. Now Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
13. I got you.
Brings up third down.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now a first down throw. Gone. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on second and long. Goff. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Out of the gun. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 29 yards. And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And quickly they get to the line.
21.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again.
Hey, gun. 65. 6.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked the...
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight. Big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these waves. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. That's me. Them other guys irrelevant. They all look. Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I have to tell her it's not that.